fly, let the cannons rip the sky. Raise your cutlass, lift a glass, fight the current till we die. Fortune's flame will never dim, treasure stokes the fire within. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide. There's a chill on the water as the trail's getting hotter. There's no taming the fire, it's the burn that we crave. The storms keep a-coming, let it rain, don't mean nothing. Through the peril we're drumming as we shout the refrain. Hoist the colors, let them fly, let the cannons rip the sky. Raise your cutlass, lift a glass, fight the current till we die. Fortune's flame will never dim, treasure stokes the fire within. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide. Hail the kings of the ocean, the sons of the broken. Every crew cries devotion when the wind screams our name. Bow down on the water, save your skin, make an offer. Pay your due to the coffer as we cut through the seas like a hurricane. Raise your cutlass, lift a glass, fight the current till we die. Fortune's flame will never dim, treasure stokes the fire within. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide. Bring on hell or waters high, we will sail against the tide.
When a humble bard graced to ride along with Geralt of Rivia, along came this song. From when the white wolf fought a silver-tongued devil, his army of hells, his hooves did they revel. They came after me with massive foe to see, broke down my loot and they kicked in my teeth. Wow, that of those horns went so tender me, and so cried a witcher, he can't be bleed. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty. At the edge of the world, fight the mighty horde that matches and breaks you and bring to the mold. He thrusts every elf far back on the shelf, high up on the mountain from whence he came. Yeah! He wiped out your past, got it in his chest. He's a friend of humanity, so give him the
Okay, now you should have audio from me, although the sound is a little wonky. Let me see if I can reset it real quick. 1 second. Gosh dang it, thing. Okay, and now I think we are good. We are good. So, first of all, those of you that have been here for any amount of time, I did wash the dye out of my hair, so I'm back to my natural brunette. So I do like it. It's a kind of nice shade. It doesn't really go with the goth look, but the goth was starting to fade and like not look great, so I will get more black later in the month as we get closer to the Halloween season. But we are here, we are on Infernal Shrines. Keep in mind, the patch has not come out yet, so the Punishers will still do leapies over the wall. Da, 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 da. Also, filter, what the hell? The filter does not like my glasses. If I sit just right, it's like, it must be catching like a reflection of the monitor. It's like, I don't know what that is, so I'm just going to make your... It's like I'm a skull. You can actually see underneath my eye into the skull beneath. That's kind of awesome. We do go and have my other Anduin being banned out, Junkrat and a Hogger being taken out as well. We're going to have the Johanna picked up by Brainer first and foremost, Grand Paladin coming back with the variant, but Silence Puddle Stukov coming out. That obviously is the taunt silence combo that is terrifying. I'm going to hold you in place for a while, and then once you finish being held in place, you still can't press any buttons. You got to walk away, and then you walk away. Should I win? Going to come out here with the Blase. And then we do have Lucio. Lucio. Slick Rub likes doing rodeo. Hello, Ghost Dunk, Joselle, Vanador. Glad to see ya. We do go to have the Sergeant Hammers, the Sukkot Hammer, being banned out. Interesting ban on this map. Like, obviously, you can control the shrines very, very well, but it's kind of interesting because when a hammer is outside the shrines, you can kind of play keep away. Alright, Vanador, that will probably have to go next week. I am booked up for this week, unless we try to do like a Saturday or something. But even then, I may be busy on Saturday. But next week, we can make time for that. We have Genji being taken out. So the hammer and the ninja, I feel like tank and ninja don't necessarily necessitate the same level of ban, but there's Stark. There is Stark doo-doo. Okay, I'm not singing that. I'm not singing that. I refuse. You can't make me. Hello, Walby. I actually did check the viewer list just to make sure you were here, so I didn't have to go. Hi there, Captain Cat. Okay, you know what? I'm not on screen all that much, and this thing is legitimately annoying the crap out of me. So you know what? Chroma key, just go away. That way I can move around and it doesn't try and, omit my face. My face does not deserve omitting. Oh, that's awesome, Joselle. I heard you talking about that, but I didn't know when it was happening. Oh, Eric coming out with the Medivh. Wait, it's the battle of the annoying heroes, and I'm here for it. I have so much light going on, and yet somehow still... Where is this? Why do we have this going on? I'm going to cheat real quick. The darkness said hello. That may make this a little bit better. I don't know why I'm spending time trying to fix this when I'm about to, hide it. But I am, and don't question me. It's still doing a little bit, but it's better. But oh well. Okay, well, Joselle, thank you for the delayed Father's Day gift. I don't need one. I'm not a parent, and I'm certainly not a dad. But here we go. Coming into game number 1, representing Gillyshark Bingo Night on the blue side of the battlefield. We do have Akib coming out here on the bad man, Mr. Tychus. We do have Iron I know it's Iron by like Iran coming out onto the Stukov. Schumann on the Stotches. We have Grand Paladin on the Varian double tank. Let's go. And Stark is going to be the Samuro. Ay, ay, ay. You know he is my samurai. And ay, ay, ay. I can't imagine why people find me annoying. Let me get that turned off. Meanwhile, representing the orange side of the battlefield, we do have the battlers of CCS. Brainer coming out on Johanna. We do have a Korean name coming out here onto the Mephisto. We're going to have Slick Rub running around on the Lucio or riding around. Shredded Wind will be playing the Blase. And then representing the Last Guardian, this would be Eric on the Medivh. I need to find out what the Korean names is, because I want to call him something rather than Korean the whole time. You know what? If anyone can check on the website, tell me what his name is, because I'm just going to call him Boxer until I know. And we've lost Stark, so I'll be back. And we are back. Welcome back to the game. As we discovered, Stark had to disconnect because Stark is from England, and the internet is basically banned in England at this point because of all the age verification stuff. So Stark is on the pirate radio. We do gonna have both teams are gonna move in and actually try and take their camp. Although Eric is scouring this out, and Eric's presence is actually gonna cause them to not want to go. They don't know where their opponents are. Blaze did come in, Shredded Wind down here, but that does leave the Stotches all by himself up at the top lane. Meanwhile, the orange team has moved down to the bottom in order to go ahead and pick up this. Meanwhile, Eric is keeping a clever eye on the clever girl. Alright, Stitches is coming back down. The Medivh had to, or the Samuro had to get back. But we do go and have the bottom camp being picked up on the side of CCS, and Samuro is gone again. This is going to be a problem, ladies and gentlemen. I am not going to appreciate this if Stark can't stay connected. We'll be back. Alright, Stark has reconnected. There was a router reset that time around, but CCS is just kind of running around the map, and I feel like Gillyshark is not really willing to contest them. That's not super surprising. They don't really have their full power set just yet. Obviously, now that the Varian is level 4, the Varian can actually very easily punish a Medivh if Medivh shows themselves. There's Schumann. Nom. We do go and have this team of Gillyshark up here at the top. Meanwhile, the Shaman Camp is being picked up by Shredded Wind and Slick Rub on the side of CCS. Going ahead and moving over, trying to get this taken care of. There is a camp coming out into the battlefield. Meanwhile, it looks like the rest of everyone is moving up. Walking with the wind. I like the use of Samuro to kind of slow down the other team. See if they will overcommit, try and kill Samuro while the rest of your team works on this Molten Punisher. Grand Paladin kind of hiding in the bushes, waiting to see if someone's going to walk in and become taunt bait. I was not getting any kind of like big surgery. Oh, lots of nice damage coming through. And there's the pullout onto Shredded Wind. Lots of people all clustered up and in danger. Danger Mouse. We do go and have people healing up. Stukov still obviously has that silence puddle. But we do go and have CCS moving into that location. There's the throw onto Shredded Wind. Shredded Wind. We do have the protected, by the way, coming out of Medivh. Brainer comes in. Brainer coming in from the side, trying to go ahead and get this taken care of. There is Shredded Wind with the stun coming onto Tychus and Stukov. Grand Paladin down about half health. The battles continue. We are trying to move in. There is the Lightning Nova moving back and forth, trying to go ahead and get on top of people. Brainer down to about half health as they go in. Stitch is trying to line up another hook. So far, Shredded Wind's done a good job of being in position to get the hooks, because Blaze is not necessarily who you want to do. Almost got the Eric, but not quite. We do gotta have Shredded going in. There's the Silence Puddle coming down. Taunt, by the way. Unstoppable does get popped in order to go and get that extra shielding. And Medivh already getting the 40 stacks. That's gonna make Medivh a lot more dangerous. Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck. We do go ahead and have the battle coming through. Ekeb moving back down to about half health. Brainer on top of Ekeb, but there's the big taunt coming through, and we're going to have Tychus go down, but Brainer's super, super low. Grand Paladin having to get the heck out of dodge, however. Eric not looking too healthy, and will get taken out by the Samuro. Grand Sorcerer versus Samurai. Sorcerer wins. A robbing people with a 6-gun. You had the spells, but Samurai. Maybe I did get the happy gas. I don't remember it, though. All right, there is Slick Rub. A nice job. Very, very quick reaction. Slick Rub, it was started to run back in the direction of the Silence Puddle, but realized that was a bad idea. Mortar Punisher does get pulled out on the side of CCS. So remember, the Punisher will dive over, but we do go to have Brainer coming through. Nice. Silence Puddle says, oh, you want to come out? You want to come out? You think that's a good idea? And it does look like Brainer's like, maybe that was not the best idea. We do have the wall going down. Punisher getting very, very quickly shredded. Not shredded win, just regular shredded. There's Schumann going ahead and getting pulverized. Kept moving down. Meanwhile, we do go and have this camp being taken by Brainer at all, but it's only actually 3 of them. This could be a successful invade. Now, right now, only Kept is there, but Samuro and Iron are very close by. Lots of damage. Ping taking a huge bit. There's lightning of a big stun from Shredded Wind, and this is going to be a retreat, but there's Stark in the backline, trying to make life very, very uncomfortable. We do go to have the Stukov going down. Grand Paladin not going to be long for this world, and Ekeb goes in and goes down as well one more time. There's Brainer going ahead and getting pulled back into danger, pulling back into cannon fire, but not going to be too much going on. Stitches cannot get that extra armor. That's the next patch. Alright, we do go and have ults down. The mass polymorph did get used by Medivh. Didn't really get any value done, so it will be unavailable here for a little bit. Just a little bit. Will they try to invade again? It always looks like it could be good, because there's only like 3 people there, but everyone else is within collapse range. Level 10s on both sides. We do go ahead and get the Illusion Master from Samuro. Gorge on that Stitches, Shield Wall, Flailing Swipe, and Commandeer Odin. On the side of CCS, we do get the Bunker Drop, Polybomb, High Five, Blessed Shield, Endurance of Hate. So far, Gillysharks been playing a little bit defensive. They have level 10s now. They've tried to invade one time, but I do have to wonder what their overall plan is. There's a lot of damage onto Brainer. Brainer goes ahead and gets silenced. That is a Johanna. It's very, very hard to burn down a Johanna. And indeed, there is a Grand Paladin, gets polymorphed. Swipe goes in and gets them off. But Medivh going ahead and getting an all-expense trip paid into... How did the Unstoppable actually get them? What? I thought they came out onto silence. I'm confused. Are we made to servos? Once again, Shaman's being picked up by CCS. Meanwhile, Shredded Wind trying to get out of Samuro. Stark going ahead and being a big old jerk face. This will be a Frozen Punisher. It looks like we're going to be answering Shaman for Shaman as Grand Paladin, Ekeb, and Iron go over to pick this up. But meanwhile, CCS is finished with their camp and is moving on to the Frozen Punisher dispensary. Alright, Stitches does unfortunately not connect. Not quite that epic level 13. We do go and have a Keb in the sidelines. Need to be a little bit careful. They are down a talent tier. Level 13 has been achieved for CCS. There's the Silence Puddle, Taunt coming down, but there's the Protect, by the way, coming down onto Shredded Wind. Stark in the backline going ahead and trying to make life a little uncomfortable for our backliners. There is the Stun on Shredded Wind. Protected comes down. Polymorph is not letting that Varian go anywhere, and Varian will go ahead and get taken out. We're up to 28 skeletal minions on the side of CCS. Once again, the hook does barely miss Shredded Wind, unfortunately. We do have the Frozen Punisher coming down, going ahead and doing a big old punch, 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 punch. Taking a hard look at this fort, and this fort will not survive its gaze. Okay, you know what? It will survive the gaze. It will not survive this big old fist. Bam, bam, and fort is dead. There's the Leapy Leaps. The Leapy Leaps for the Eepy Eeps. We do go and have the Punisher moving through, trying to go and get this taken care of. Keb goes and moves out of the blast range. Meanwhile, Brainer, Ping, and Slick Rub going to come out here, and there's the boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Nice attempt. Schumann just being like, are they at that camp? Can I pull one of them? But once again, Eric, this is what I hate, this is what I hate, this is what I hate. I like the attempt Schumann making use of that extra range on the hook, trying to go ahead and get people very far out of position. This is where Stitches starts to become like massively anky, but Eric, of course, not letting those Stitches from afar catch people off guard. Unfortunately, Iron was not quite in position, but there's the nom nom nom, and we do have Schumann goes ahead and gets himself a blase. Shredded Wind in the middle of a lot of the enemy, but there is no silence to hold Shredded Wind in place. We do go and have the portal coming in, trying to go ahead and get Shredded Wind out of the fire, and there goes the Stukov going down, Varian being very close behind. Schumann walking in. Schumann died a lot. Stitches did go in and get Patchwork Creation. So getting the extra armor, but does not have the eventually I become unkillable globe quest. Meanwhile, we do go and have Stark over here. Stark doing the split push Samuro thing. There comes Shredded Wind. Catches Stark, and Stark will go ahead and beat a hasty retreat. But meanwhile, the the keep does go down. In the words of Alaric, your keep has been taken. Oh, the irony. Bottom fort going down as well against the might of CCS. The Centurions of Calamity. The Cavaliers of Catastrophe. The Soldiers of Slaughter. CCS? Here we go, moving up. Grand Paladin going and trying to get this. There's Iron. We're going to go and try this. But that's the thing. With Eric always over, it's so intimidating. Because you're just like, are they going to come in? And yep, here comes the invasion. Grand Paladin sees them coming, trying to slow them down. But they won't be able to quite finish this off. Schumann in the side. There is the big taunt coming down. Lots of damage onto Eric. Brainer down to very low. Here's Grand Paladin getting onto the point. Lots of damage coming through. Protected, by the way, onto the Eric. Eric goes ahead and gets the heck out of dodge. But this is picked up by the side of CCS. Man, it's so close to getting this taken down. I do have to ask, there was this... Yeah, low blow was picked up. All right, that being cleared out, but still, this is a lot of pressure coming up. We are up to 20 skeletal minions for the side of CCS as Threaded Wind moves through here. Now, the rest of the team did go ahead and get these impalers from the bottom, moving across the bottom of the map. Going to go and try and get this cleared out. Level 19 to level 16, 11 kills to 1. CCS in a dominant position, but of course, this is no comeback mechanics. 6.5 out of 10. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Alright, we do go and have the Arcane Punisher pulled out of the bottom of the map. Going to start moving across. Level 20 is picked up by the side of CCS. We're going to see the Fortified Bunker coming down. Mixing Fire, Radiating Faith, Mimic, and Glyph of Polybomb. Lots of damage, shredded wind. But there's that Glyph of Polybomb coming down, and Glyph of Polybomb is extra mean to Samuro because I'm pretty sure it also affects his clones. So Samuro's always surrounded by people. There's the damage coming through. We do have Varian going down. Iron going to be not long for this world. I'm sorry, Stukov. Welcome to the Frozen Void. And here comes possibly in the game with 3 people down on the side of Gillyshark at Bingo Night. We're going to go ahead and have Slick Rub and Ping moving through. Start going ahead and calling the GG, or the Egg. And game number 1 here on Infernal Shrines, going the way of Can't Connect Stuns. Looking at the damage, or looking at the stats, we do have Mephisto leading the way in damage, doing 53,300 damage over the course of the game. 37 and 36,000 can be out of Samuro and Tychus, respectively. In terms of healing, we do have Lucio Slickrub healing out of his ever-loving mind, 81,000. Let me put this in perspective. Stukov healed more than the top 2 damage dealers on the side of Gillysharks combined. Someone stop this man. Stukov, very respectable, 56,000, does out-heal the Mephisto's damage. So we do go to have experience contribution. Blaze does out-heal or out-soak the Samuro, 17,000 to 15,000. In terms of talents, that seems generous. We do have them. I will write them down. Get them, write them down, take them in Storm League, and get all those lovely, lovely ladder points. Nom, 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 nom. See you in a second, you guys.
I must confess, 1,000 degrees bring out the beast inside of me. Don't be afraid, blow into the blaze. It's gonna melt your fears away. I'm gonna get the fire started. Impossible for you to breathe. The temperature's rising up, up so hot, and I'm burning up.
shame and the dead weight. Alive, why with a broken fuse? We will never be the same, but we're bound by fate. Overturn and overrun, from the depths to paradise. Open roses on the guns, dreaming down to the afterlife. 3 times the power and 3 times the pain. 3 times the confidence. Take down the towers and fire up the flames. We strive for providence. Don't stop it up. We are the end. I'm sure you'll stop.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 2. Connect Stuns did win the first game. I know the bet said that Gillysharks did, but that's because nobody bet on can't Connect Stuns. Excuse me. They were just like, no, that team's not going to win. That team's dumb. And you are incorrect. That team did win. You should check yourself before you wreck yourself. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-dum. We do go and have the Blase and the Samuro coming out. Blase. There's the Fall Steady. I like that term. And then we do have the Hogair. So there's Grand Paladin coming out as a first one to come out. Yeah, Bobby, you still won technically. Grand Paladin going to be Tyrael. Tyrell's a very interesting main tank. I'm kind of wondering what this is going to lead into. Normally I would say, are they showboating? But they didn't win game 1, so no, this is a strategy. This is an idea. Are we going to have Juice Pirates? Is that a thing? Is that still a thing? In 2025, is that a thing? We have Lucio coming out of Slick Rub, and then Dehek and Dehaka on this Shred of Wind. Not sure that's what you need to stop a potential Juice Pirates. There is a Keb coming out onto the Greymane. So far, it looks like it's possible. Not so sure about the Rhaegar. Usually you see morals, so that argues maybe not. And there is the Morales being banned out. Though, like I said, we do know that you can also use Medivh in order to make it happen. So the Rhaegar may have been a juke and be like,
Where will we end up this time?
that's not terrible. Like, that's not ideal, but you know what? I'll take it. I think it's better than constantly having the things come through. I'm fixating. I'm mad that I still don't have enough light. I have so much light around. So yep, we have the Vikings and Raynor coming out. Not a Stitches this time. Okay, now this is interesting. So this is going to be Lost Vikings trying to soak all of the map. Meanwhile, just the kill squad of Greymane, Tyrael, Rhaegar, and Raynor moving around the map. Moving that map. Lucio, obviously Slick Rub, very, very good at keeping people healed up. Very good at that hero. Brainer on the dibbles. Let's see it. So saith the wise Alondo. But here we go. Don't go anywhere. I will be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. What are you talking about, Bobby? What? I don't understand. coming into game number 2, we're going to go ahead and have, representing the side of Can't Connect Stuns, Eric going to be playing the Maiev. We're going to have Brainer on that there Nexomania Diablo, Shredded Wind onto the Dahaka, Ping coming out here on the Sergeant Hammer, and we do go ahead and get, Slick Rub playing the Lucio. Yeah, I don't think so, Vanator. I don't think that's what happened at all. We do have Grand Paladin playing the Mechaterial. We're going to go ahead and have Schumann playing the James Raynor. Iron is going to go ahead and be playing the Rhaegar. Ikeb is going to be... Oh, nice tongue coming down onto the Greymane. And then we do have Stark playing Olaf the Stout. Stark playing Eric the Swift down here. And Stark playing Baylog the Fierce. Alright, there we go. Trying to flip around. That's going to be a dead Viking right there. So that's 2 kills for CCS to start us off. But meanwhile, we do go and have... They're not catching... Although they've been doing... The Hammers are doing a good job pushing forward. So the initial advantage of Vikings, not necessarily super advantageous. There goes Tyrael back to the main base. I still don't know what Malby was talking about, though. What do you mean, is this the real Raka? What happened? I'm scared. Alright, there's a lot of damage going in. Shredder Wind trying to go ahead and hold back the tide. Da 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 da. Decent bit of damage going in to even things out. There is Brainer going in. Eric dives into danger, takes a lot of damage though. There is Stark. Stark may be not long for this world, but Stark is only worth a quarter of a hero kill. That's one of the weird things about the Vikings. If you kill all 3 of them, you get 3/4, 75% of a hero kill, even though you completely wipe the hero off the map. So I like this strategy. They're basically moving forward and being like, okay, we're going to go ahead. You can't leave this lane, but you have to leave this lane because the Vikings are in the other 2 lanes. But if you don't keep at least 4 people up here, we're just going to run over you. Hello, Wolf. You're going to have this vision circle being taken out. The top and middle temples are up. Alright, there we go, landing on in. Trying to go ahead and do all of the damage. They are pushing forward. Meanwhile, the top camp is taken. This is the disadvantage of the Viking strat, because you can't really fight the enemy team. And the orange team is going ahead and just moving into the enemy. They are moving in. I'm surprised they're fighting for this top point instead of going to the completely untouched middle point. They are to get some shots through, trying to go ahead and finish off this top camp. We do go ahead and have... Baylog the Fierce being taken out. There's a lot of damage. We do go to Grand Paladin. Grand Paladin with that lightning shield going around, but a lot of low health bars on the side of Gillyshark and Bingo Knight. Shredder Wind moves forward. Down to about half health, just have to dive under and consume some essence. There is Eric. Eric going ahead and pulling the Tyrael into danger, but there is the Explodey Circle, and boop. Slightly early there, Eric did not dodge all the damage. However, see, Gillyshark did take this down. But here comes another wave of shots. Yeah, Pandora, I can't read all that. I'm not casting. We do go ahead and have, like a big push here at the bottom lane, trying to go ahead and get this taken care of. A lot of damage coming through. It kept trying to go ahead and finish this off, but won't be able to. But that's still a lot of damage coming through. The fort down to 1,400 hit points. Okay, now I've had time to read it, and you just said the same thing Malby did with a whole lot of extra words. I thought something weird was going on with my filters, and I was like, what did it do? It looked fine to me. Okay, lots of damage. We do have the Rhaegar going down. Lightning Breath completely clearing them off at this point. And there is the nom 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 nom. As Brainer goes ahead and breathes Molten Death over the entire enemy team. We do go on and have the Dahak and Dahaka down here, trying to get on top of Stark. Not going to be able to. Level 10s all. Looking at talents. I didn't pull up talents this whole time. What am I doing? We do go ahead and get the Adaptation, Warden's Cage, High Five, Napalm Strike, and Lightning Breath coming out here. We do go ahead and get Plague again, Bloodlust, Certification, Hyperion, and Cursed Bullet on the side of Gillyshark. And we do go in up. There is the Bloodlust coming out of the Rhaegar. That's going to be the first kill on the side of CCS, but possibly not the last. They're trying to get on top of that. Lots of damage. Eric looking very, very low, and that's going to be a Warden. Go back to your cage, Warden. Brainer trying to get out of here, but nothing doing. There's a lot of damage coming through. Oh, big heals coming out. Trying to go in and get this taken care of, but it does not matter. We do have the souls going down, and Diablo going back to 75 souls. Meanwhile, we have, hey, look at this nice, friendly camp right here. Be a shame if anything happened to it, CCS. Gillyshark going and picking this and is going to be using it to move forward. Here comes Brainer. I'm going to kill y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Crap. I'm not going to kill any of you. We do go to have Ping behind the wall, trying to go ahead and get this taken care of. No stitches in this game in order to get them out of position. And that is a double kill. Akeb, the next one to be targeted, and bye-bye. I'm Slick Rub, I'm a Slick Rub. Man, that Billy Goat just continuously confuses me whenever I hear its little blah, blah, blah. We do go and have Shredded Wind. Swipe it, swiping. Lots of damages coming through. Lots of beautiful and deadly damages. Shredded Wind going ahead and getting this taken care of. Getting the heck out of dodge. Shredded Wind, you left one shot. What are you doing? What? Why? On the one hand, I guess that does prevent the next phase from starting. And they're like, we have a dumb enough position. I don't want another phase happening. I want to be able to focus on where we are. There is the Bloodlust coming through. Unstoppable today. Here's a fun fact. You know how you can stop an unstoppable Diablo? Freaking murk them. There's Iron going through. They really want this hammer. I don't think they're going to get this hammer. There's the Invulnerable coming through, but a lot of damage in this very small area, and that's going to be a kill onto Greymane, a kill onto the Rhaegar. Boss goes against the Grand Paladin, one of the only ones left. And this is going to be possibly the game. They are moving in. The death numbers are very, very low, however. But there's the boss. The shields are down. The paint is scratched. And they are moving in onto this keep. Keep? How about the core? Different four-letter word beginning with a K sound. And with that, game number 2 and the series does go in the way of CCS here on Sky Temple. Let me see if I can't get a interview. All right. Meanwhile, while we wait to see if I am joinated, looking at the stats at the end of game number 2, in terms of damage, we do have Ping leading away with 49,000, Eric coming in with 34, and then Schumann with 27. And hello. It looks like I am joined by Brader. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Brader and Slick Rub. I'm being double teamed.
Hello.
So, how are you guys feeling right now?
Great. Felt really good. It was fast. It's a good game.
It was like there's another cast in 7 minutes, and I'm like, I hopefully we can talk long enough that I can rate it. So yeah.
How do you feel about that, Slick?
Yeah, it was a really good game. Really enjoyed playing it. Opponents played great. Shout out to them.
They did. I've got to say, like, you guys handled what you're supposed to, because I know a lot of teams that would have a very, very hard time with the taunt into silence, and then the Viking strategy, where it's just like, it actually seemed like the Viking strategy was working decently well against you guys, because every time you would leave top lane, you would lose stuff, but you couldn't really only send 3 people top lane, so you kind of ended up having to give up value somewhere.
Yeah, they did a great job. They did a great job pushing, and it kind of threw our game off a bit. We're kind of reacting to their push top and just trusting that, Hammer can play bot and get the soak. But yeah, they definitely played well and had us scared there, pushing with the 4-man.
I definitely think the best thing that we were able to do was almost every time that they were crashing, I was going aggressive, rotating behind them just to get, like, every time they're trying to avoid a fight, we just go aggressive as possible, steal a fight, get a kill, and then just slowly kind of advantage off death timers. And then I think that's what got us that one.
It's one of those things that it worked out really, really well, except when it didn't, because there were definitely times that you would go aggressive and then you would die, and it would just be this like very slow trickling series of deaths. I was actually very surprised that you were caught up and taken out as effectively as you were in top lane when you had Lucio to theoretically facilitate your escape.
Yeah.
Helping him, I was telling Slick. Slick was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna leave, Brainer. I'm sorry." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm about to get a 3,000 heal in like 2 seconds. I need you to stay with me."
My bad. Yeah,
He was already like a screen. He
away.
was already like a screen away from me, and I was like, "Oh man, Slick."
Yeah, big misplay on my part there, letting the homie die, but.
I mean, it's okay.
I knew that heal was gonna be fast.
That was hilarious. Yeah, I couldn't believe how much you healed.
I got very confused by how much you healed, because I know that talent, but I never see that talent do that.
Yeah,
it's best against, I want to say they had Greymane in melee mode, and I think they may have had a Viking up there. So it's like each individual W flame is a heal. So the more of them that are stacked, then the more individual flames hit them, and it like exponentially grows the heal, and you can get those like crazy melee opponent 3,000 point heals, and those are my favorite. That's why I play W Diablo so much, is because it's people never expect. And the lightning breath W build Diablo is like my bread and butter. I love it so much.
I do have to share, I know Slick's already seen this, but in chat, Wolf just said, "Yeah, Brader hasn't changed at all. Must charge in and hope Slick saves me."
Yeah.
When
forever.
The last 3 series, I haven't had Slick Rub, so I've had to actually like keep my brain on a little bit. But for probably years, that's the rapport that me and Slick have always had. The unspoken bond that me and Slick have is that I just go in whenever I feel like I can, and he saves my life. And it works sometimes.
I did think it was interesting. Last thing to talk about in terms of the games, it was interesting how they fronted going for like a Juice Pirates, and then they went Vikings instead, and then they just went, I'm going to call it Push Pirates, where it's like, haha, we did not go medevac to take down your buildings. We're still taking your buildings, though.
Yeah, we were it confused our draft and our bans because we banned the Morales, and then it was like, well, we don't know what damage to take because they took the Rhaegar, but they're Rhaegaring them? They're definitely bloodlusting, and now they're double attacks. We were like, we had no idea what our response had to be to them at all.
I don't know if because
It was strange. It was strange. It was fun though. It was really fun. It was really fun to play against, and they definitely like. It was weird. If it was meant to be weird, it was weird. We didn't know what to do.
You probably saw this coming. I did not, but you're a better player than I am. But I do have to say that the first fight at the top lane when Bloodlust came out the first time, I was just like, wait, Bloodlust? I've never... Oh, that's why.
Man, if they banned the Joe, and I get it. If that was their plan, if this comp was their plan, that was a great Joe ban. Because I was going to snap that Joe up as fast as possible. Do that. But yeah, the auto attack Bloodlusts, man, are brutal. Brutal stuff.
All right, so that's all the questions I had about the games. Standard question I always have to ask. Why is your team called Can't Connect Stuns?
Ooh, that's a slick rub question.
We're Can't Connect Stones because I cleanse them.
Fair enough. And any shout-outs you might want to give?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to our opponents for playing excellent tonight. Shout out to you, Raka, for the amazing cast. And shout out to everybody at CCS. We love y'all.
Valk's mom. Got a shout out, Valk's mom.
You
Classic.
do? I was
Bring it back. Bring it back.
I was going to complain if you didn't.
Yeah, good games. Thank you for casting. It was fun. It was really good. Thank
My
you to the
pleasure.
opponent.
Thank you.
But with that, I'll go ahead and let you enjoy the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And we are going to raid over to our other match because I think Geo is casting a Div A match. So, thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Wow, didn't even say bye. I'm kidding. And you guys, be nice to Geo. We'll be over there shortly. Gosh, dang it. Blue screen. Green screen, whatever you are.